Honorable Mulder.
Honourable Speaker, Honourable Deputy Speaker, colleagues, I think the electorate should start off by taking note today that the economic freedom fighters who are quick to make a lot of noise in this House are boycotting the debate on Africa Day today. Why are they not in the House? Why are they not participating in this debate? The EFF needs to explain why they are not here. Honourable Chairperson, last week during the debate on Home Affairs, the Honourable Chauke from the ANC made the following point. I was in the discussion and I pointed out when I returned to South Africa from Europe how pleasantly I was treated at the airport when I went through with my passport in comparison to what I experienced in a certain country in Europe. And I said all of us with non-European passports for the European Union had to go through a certain process, and we all went through that. And he thought he had a bright moment and he said, for the first time I have acknowledged that I'm not European. And I said to the Honourable Chauke, you are wrong. In my maiden speech 30 years ago, I made the point that I'm not European, I'm an African. I am an African. And if I have to speak in racial terms, then I'm a white African. I'm part and parcel of this continent. After this debate, colleagues, if you go back to the Old Assembly lobby, you'll see the flags hanging there of all the African countries, 55 flags. They are hanging there right now. If you look at our political parties, we all know that the Democratic Alliance is associated with the colour blue, the EFF with the colour red. My party, the Freedom Front Plus, we've chosen the colour green. And why did we do that? Go and have a look at those flags and you'll find the colour green in 44 of the 54 flags of African countries. Green symbolises to us Africa. And we see ourselves as descendants who came from Europe more than 360 years ago, who has made Africa our fatherland and our home. We are part and parcel of Africa. If I can stay 1 minute, in the last minute I've got with the legacy of former President Mandela, and let's quickly look at some of that. Integrity. What has happened to integrity in South Africa and in Africa in general? Respect for human rights as a legacy of President Mandela. President Mandela was prepared to stand up against the government of General Sani Abacha in Nigeria and to express his outrage when they executed Ken Saro-Wiwa, the well-known Nigerian writer. What about President Mandela's respect for the law, for the rule of law? He was prepared when he was subpoenaed to go to the court and did what he did. He did not go and use money to stay out of court. What happened in terms of President Mandela's plight and his absolute point of view with regard to non-racialism? We cannot allow people in South Africa to drive a racial agenda from any side. We should take further the whole concept of non-racialism and make a success of that. We are committed to South Africa. We are committed to Africa. We are Africans and we take the hands of our fellow Africans and we will make a success of that. Thank you very much.